Bow! Hi everyone, this is Bob Zero here once again on Windows 95, and today I want to welcome you back to the show called Savior and Friends. Have you ever been lonely? Have you ever been in need of some friends? Do you enjoy shooting 13,415.6 projectiles per second? You do? Well, say no more. This build may be exactly what the doctor ordered. If you're like me and you enjoy fast action, land-stealing projectiles flying all over the place while you high-five your friends, then stick around. Because that is exactly what this build is. We focus on firing as many projectiles as possible. We do that via our Deadeye ascendancy. Now guys, 3.21 League is almost upon us, and you know I'm going to start as a Pathfinder, and the first 4 builds following my starter will be Pathfinders, so I want to give you a bit of a break from them. Though I really thought about making this a PF, specifically to use the Dying Sun Flask for our pseudo-permanent additional projectiles. But being a Deadeye has its advantages, such as and see? That's why we're Deadeye. Just kidding! On a serious note, having 2 free projectiles on top of a free chain with Tailwind just felt too good to pass up. We're also using the Iron Mass once again, but this time for the damage. It's quite amazing actually, how 2 simple, low DPS swords can put in so much work. The Savior of course gives us our 2 Mirage Savior friends, and the Iron Mass sword makes it so we and our Savior friends have a nice chance to apply Wither on hit with the 134,156 projectiles shooting all at once around us. You're still not sold? What if I told you you're also getting Sentinel of Furies to come out and bust a move? Oh yeah. We have 6 friends helping us out on this one. We also throw Tornado at the bosses and have Sniper's Mark on hit for some more projectiles. Unfortunately, the removal of Lord of Steel Unique Jewel from this league makes the Call of Steel skill take about a half a second to use. That's why I don't spam it too often in maps, but it helps our Tailwind, which is nice, and is a must for bosses, since it fires so many more projectiles. I mean, if you don't like firing 1,341,560 projectiles, you don't have to use it. No one's stopping you. We're also using Vitality Watch's Eye that grants life on hit, as well as Ring, which makes it so that each hit recovers 57 life, which is absolutely incredible as a defensive mechanic. With your own builds, get some more. Stack as much as you can. It's awesome. Once again, this is an Original Sin Ring build. We and our Mirage Savior friends apply Wither through the 20% chance to inflict Wither through Iron Mass sword. We of course have Divergent Withering Touch in our main 6th link. We also have our Ancestral Totems linked to Withering Touch for even more Withering Touches. We convert our physical damage to elemental damage via Anomalous Physical to Lightning support, as well as the Lightning Mastery. Our chest gives us a bit of attack crit chance and the ability to gain power charges on crit strikes. Not to humble brag here, but I actually slammed the spell suppression on this one myself, as Chris intended. Tier 1, by the way. Nice. We get frenzy charges through the sword mastery. We're Deadeye, of course, so we focus on the mark mastery to bolster our sniper's mark even further. I got the projectile pierce relic. Very simple, very clean, great for mapping, but in reality, I could have just spent the 3 points and get the points right here. I tried chain in my setup, but it was taken away from my damage, and I really like the pierce, so I just stuck with it. Feel free to use chain support though, if you got the damage. I'm also using Devastator for the explosions, and Blood Scent for rage. Also, the only reason why I'm using anger instead of hatred is for that 0.005% DPS increase because of my Watcher's Eye anger mod. Otherwise, hatred is infinitely better. Last but not least, we also get Unholy Might from our Iron Mass. My god, this sword is sweet. With our flasks up, we have 96 spell suppression, thanks Quartz Flask. We have 5.6k life. Wow. Haven't seen this much life all league long. We also have a chance to gain elusive on crit strike thanks to our boots. And that's about it. Didn't really spend too much time on defenses, per usual, just because on this build it felt like I really didn't need it, thanks to the big life pool and the life gain on hit. With such a perfect combination of things on one build, I'm not sure there's much of an alternatives here. Maybe some minute things like increased effect of our marks, on our gloves implicit, maybe Blizzard Crown for damage. If your mana sustainage is fine, I wanted the quality of life that the Searching Extract implicit provides. Maybe a chest that also has Frenzy Charge on hit so you save yourself a point. Maybe you can try it as an Ascendant. You lose some things, but you can then combine Deadeye with, let's say, Berserker for rage and more damage. Maybe Urath's End, or the chest for explosions. You can even do Dying Sun for more projectiles. I didn't, just because ever since it's been nerfed, the usage is limited and I didn't find it worthwhile. You could also get Piers on your boots instead of the tree area, like I mentioned earlier. No original ring setup. Honestly, I think this build can perform very well with no original Sin Ring. I would just focus on getting actually good sword instead of Iron Mask, maybe like a 500 Fizz DPS sword. Get Hatred in combination of replacing Withering Touch in your main support and getting a real one, such as a crit damage multiplier gem. You should see pretty good numbers on your DPS page, especially since you will shock and potentially freeze your enemies. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time with another beautiful build.